What is going on, my people? We are finally back again, bro. Hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. You don't know already, family. Miguel's favorite is back again, bro. Here to preview Matchday 25 in the Premier League and, of course, briefly review Matchday 24. One game in particular that will be postponed or is postponed for Matchday 25 is the kickoff between Newcastle and Brighton. That has been postponed due to the fact that there's going to be a massive encounter on Sunday in the EFL Cup final when Newcastle take on Man United. We're going to go over all that jazz, but before we do, fam, like always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, and let's get it cracking, bro. So Matchday 25 kicks off on Friday when Fulham take on Wolves. Fulham in their last game won Brighton. Good result from them, a good goal as well. I forgot who it was. I think it was some U in a number 7 top. I could be wrong. But yeah, took his goal really well on the left foot. That was the only goal of the game, but it was a massive 3 points for Fulham. And then Wolves losing 1-0 to Bournemouth, I believe it was. Wolves, I knew, fam, that they were going to fall short. I saw that coming. It was really unfortunate for them. Fulham looking all right at the moment, and Wolves, they were looking all right up until last weekend when they lost their game. Maybe, I knew that red card was going to have a toll on them, but maybe they'll fix up a little bit going into this game. I think it'll be really tight. That's why I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Heading into Saturday, we of course have Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton doing all right in their last game, winning 1-0 to Leeds United. A fantastic goal from Coleman, I have to say, man. That was a sick goal. Goalkeeper got caught out. A step too far away from his goal. Be what it be, though. It was a sick goal either way. And as for Aston Villa, the game against Arsenal was arguably the best game from Matchday 24. That was a really good game. I personally do believe that Aston Villa were kind of unlucky not to get the 3 points. Emi Martinez, in my opinion, was a little bit of their worst enemy. Arsenal were honestly not playing that well. They really weren't. Aston Villa was taking advantage and giving them a really good run for their money. But yeah, that Emi Martinez mistake at the end when he got caught out, that was really dumb. That was ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you want to go into the box, dying minutes of the game, goalkeeper goes into the box. Like, we've seen it before, but you do run that risk, fam. You're leaving your goal completely open. The opposition team can break away and potentially score a goal. That's exactly what happened. Gabriel Martinelli taking advantage of that situation. Yeah, Aston Villa losing 4-2. However, that score was very misleading if you didn't watch the game. It's a very misleading score. The score doesn't really tell you what actually happened in the game. It was a very close game. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Aston Villa. I honestly do think they scrape it against Everton. However, Everton do have an equal opportunity and could definitely win this game. After that, we of course have Leicester City versus Arsenal. Leicester City, there was hopes in the air that they would continue their form when they took on Man United, and they didn't. They absolutely capitulated. Rashford and Sancho absolutely danced on them, man, winning them 3-0. It was an absolute thumping. And then Arsenal, as I already mentioned, won their last game against Aston Villa, but they didn't play that well in my opinion. However, there was some really sick goals from Arsenal. Zinchenko on the left foot, absolute banger. That Jorginho goal, right foot, first time finish, absolutely sick. Yeah, Emi Martinez, I'm pretty sure he's kicking himself for that, but I mean, that was iconic, fam. That was an iconic moment right then and there, fam. It was really sick. So yeah, Arsenal are clearly the favorites going into this game. They are once again top of the league as of right now. They can go a step further from Man City if they win this game, and they actually did well in last season against Leicester City. Just because I wasn't convinced of the last game that Arsenal played against Villa, I think that performance will bleed into this game. I do think they edge it, Arsenal. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. I think they just about win it. I can honestly see a tie coming from this game. Moving on, we have West Ham versus Nottingham Forest. West Ham absolutely showed nothing in the last game against Spurs. They were kind of the worst enemy. The defense was absolutely all over the place, fam. It was ridiculous. And Nottingham Forest, what did I tell you, man? I knew that they would draw their game against Man City. I saw it coming, bro. Nottingham Forest, yeah, they put Man City's defense in a spliff with that one and only goal to tie the game. It was a great moment for them. I'm telling you, bro, Nottingham Forest, they put in performances against the big sides. I think West Ham potentially bounced back in this game. Nottingham Forest, if they were playing at home, I would have been like, okay, they can potentially get something out of this, but just based on their away record so far this season, it's not been good. So West Ham for me are my favorites to win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for West Ham. After that, we of course have Leeds United versus Southampton. Leeds United obviously didn't play well in their last game as they did lose to Everton. But I don't know, it wasn't absolutely dreadful, you know, like they just really couldn't get into the game. They were poor, no one's denying that, but they couldn't get into the game. That's really all it was. And then as for Southampton, winning their last game against Chelsea, but really the only thing worth mentioning was that James Ward-Prowse's free kick. That was absolutely sick. That's just what he does, fam. That is his signature thing, just taking free kicks. Yeah, if they gave out trophies for free kicks, he would win first place every single year. But anyway, just based on how these two played last weekend, I strongly feel that it's going to be a snooze fest. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. Moving on, we of course have Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Bournemouth done well in their last game, done a decent job to get the 3 points against Wolves, winning them 1-0 as I already mentioned. The Man City, not only did they draw their last game 1-1 against Nottingham Forest during Matchday 24, and before I move on, a fantastic goal from Bernardo Silva, first time finish, brilliantly played from Jack Grealish, man. The weight of that pass was absolutely perfect, bro. Like, there can't be a more perfect pass than that. It was absolutely sick. But yeah, besides them, you know, dropping points in the Prem, drawing 1-1, they also drew 1-1 in the Champions League, fam. I forgot who they played against. It was like Red Bull or something, one of those Red Bull teams, dropping 1-1. So yeah, that's very frustrating, fam. To not be like, you know, not being able to get the results that they want. That is very frustrating. Maybe that does have effect going into this game. They are going to be a little tired, maybe not up for too much. So Bournemouth can potentially cause an upset. Man City, obviously, so far this season have not been playing to the standard that we're used to seeing. That's why I do strongly believe that Bournemouth can cause an upset. I really, really do feel that they can. But I do have my doubts of them falling short. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Man City. I think they edge it. The last and final fixture on Saturday for Matchday 25 in the Premier League is, of course, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Crystal Palace, I don't care what anyone says, they absolutely bottled their last game against Brentford. Absolutely bottled it. Eze, an instant impact, scored a 6-6 goal, but had something they've been struggling with all season long is just holding on to a lead. And had Crystal Palace just held on to that lead for just a little bit longer, because it was stoppage time when Brentford scored that goal. Had Palace held on just a little bit longer, they would have got the 3 points. But the defense absolutely capitulated, and yeah, it be what it be, fam. And as for Liverpool, looking like they're trying to go on a little run in the Prem. They actually done pretty decently in their last game against Newcastle. The Darwin Núñez goal was really, really good. But an even better assist from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was a wicked goal, I can't lie still. But yeah, Liverpool, maybe this is where, you know, they climb back up the table. Maybe this is the time. I am very tempted to go for a Liverpool win, but who knows, maybe Liverpool losing in the Champions League will give him motivation to win this game. The last and final fixture for Matchday 25 in the Premier League is a massive encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea, fam. Of course, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham done well in their last game, winning 2-0 against West Ham. Brilliant goal from Son, and an even better assist from Kane. That was really good. The link up that they have is one of the best in the Prem. And as for Chelsea, what did I tell you, fam? I knew these men would drop points against Southampton. Not only did they drop points, they lost to Southampton 1-0. As predicted, fam. I knew this was coming, and yeah. I personally feel that this game can either go 2 ways. It'll be really good, be a very level competition, or be an absolute snooze fest, because arguably, in my opinion, these two sides, as of recently, have not been up there, fam. And the inconsistency that these two show is absolutely ridiculous. And I would say more so Chelsea, fam. They can never win a game. It's always like draw and lose, and if they lose, it's by like 1 goal. It's ridiculous. So with that being said, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I can't lie though, I'm favoring Spurs to win this game. I think they could potentially like scrape it, maybe like a 2-1 or 3-2. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. But Spurs, I think they can definitely get 3 points if they really grind it out. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we of course have the Carabao Cup final between Man United and Newcastle. Both teams hungry for silverware, and both teams haven't been in a final for quite some time, fam. I do think this is going to be a really, really good game. I honestly don't favor one or the other. I think it is a very even game. This is going to be a very even final. So, an interesting one. I can't lie still. This game really can go either way, but for me, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw by the 90, and then Man United go on to win it 4-3 in penalties and lift up that Carabao Cup trophy. It's been time, fam, since they won a trophy, but I think it's time that they do so. I'm not doubting Newcastle in any way, shape, or form. I think they potentially might turn up for this game, but for me, it's just how Rashford and the man are playing at the moment. That's what's got me like, yeah, Man United go on to win this game. But it is going to be very leveled. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Premier League table as it stands. Arsenal back in first place with 54 points. Man City dropping to second with 52. Man United in third with 49. Spurs in fourth with 42. Newcastle in fifth with 41. Fulham in sixth with 38. Brighton in seventh with 35. Liverpool in eighth with 35. Brentford in ninth with 35. And Chelsea in 10th with 31. You man can read the rest of the table. But anyways, fam, I hope you lot did enjoy. If you did, like always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Let me know in the comments down below what you enjoyed the most from Matchday 24, favorite moment, favorite goal, all that stuff in the comments down below. And also, what are you looking forward to the most during Matchday 25? What team's gonna play the best? What player's gonna play the best? What match you're looking forward to the most? All that stuff in the comments down below. The Carabao Cup final, who's gonna win it? Man United or Newcastle? We also had the Champions League stuff that happened during the week. Everyone was talking about that Liverpool versus Newcastle game, which for me was a little bit controversial. I think that was strange. There was some, questionable moments in that game, but yeah, you man, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, fam, hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic, and I will see you guys soon.